And here we are, trying to understand what just happened. Tammy, she was killed by an electric shock? But she was just going to check on something in the crash. It doesn't make sense. I mean, how could this have happened? I guess, well, it seems like the only thing to do is maybe try to rest since we're so stressed. We should talk to Cal. He was really close with Tammy. We can help each other through this loss. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Cammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy his red eyes are. Me really, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I picked some for her. He runs his hand over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak from his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Let's see, maybe talking to our parents will help. Your dad gives you a big hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Solana, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Solana. Maybe we can try talking to some of our... Oh, Tammy's dad. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Solana. Uncle Tonin says as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the ship. Yeah, I will. Hades. Can you believe Tammy died? Dees asks morbidly. I hear Chief Engineer Instance tells someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holoprojector, the one in the crash with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand, and bam! She was dead before she even landed. Wow. Dees looks so embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeves of his oversized jacket, but that's kind of a cool way to die. Okay, Dees. Stay safe, buddy. Anemone is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crash, stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead of just sobs and braces her hand on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. That's true. Tammy was so young. We're so young. We still had her whole life ahead of her. Hey, Tangent. Tang is pacing in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. Tammy's... What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for the holoprojector to break. Professor Howell said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before. It's just, she gestures angrily, it just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Solana. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Yeah, me too. I guess understanding how and it could have happened can offer some closure. I guess for now, this month, the only thing to do is try to get some rest. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a creche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. I guess since 0 isn't really worth anything, we'll go ahead and forget that. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip and take a month off instead, or you could get back to work. Yes, of course I'm going to attend. She was my best friend. Oh. Wow. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and Auntie Seated, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile, but they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps his vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Well, I kind of already have taken the month off. And with everything that's happened, it shows just how precious life is. And we really don't know when it will end. And we'd want to make the most of it, so I'll go back to school. You feel better just having said goodbye. Tammy was your friend, but you feel like the best way to deal with losing her is to throw yourself into school and work. And now it's late pollen. I guess I'll talk to everyone. Tansen shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, she says. I'm not really good at cheering people up. That's okay. I understand. Anemone is unusually still today. She's still in the dugout of the sports ball pitch, finding an ugly doll with red hair. Tammy gave me this, she sighs. I kinder told her to shove off because I don't play with dolls. Why'd I have to be so mean to her? Sorry, Dees mumbles. He looks uncomfortable to be around you. Hey, Cal. Cal gives you a sympathetic smile. Hey, Solana, he says. We'll be okay. Where's my parents? Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Solana, he says. Things will start to look up again. Oh, Mars. What's that? A hefty red Xeno egg? Cool. Hey, Mars. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely relax when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down that hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning, she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stared down the hill to the spot near the entrance of the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. She was nice to everyone. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before. But of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely through the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Oh, okay, I guess I'll go try to check that out. Please be aware wear your masks outdoors during pollen season. Ambient particulate may trigger runny nose, watery eyes, and mild cough. Okay, I still can't do the delivery thing, so I'll just leave. And I think I'd like to do something that can get friendship with Cal. But we can try working in the geoponics with Cal, I guess. So 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. And I got 12. And now we've begun the season of dust.